Method is analytical method to determine resultant vector using triangle law of vectors addition. So here we are again using the analytical method on the triangle law of vectors addition. So consider two vectors, vector A and vector B. So these two vectors, let's suppose, forms the two sides of a triangle. So this is vector A and this is vector B. Then the third side of the triangle will give you what? Will give you the resultant vector, that is R. So you have two vectors which are AB. So two vectors are A and B, and these two vectors are placed at the two sides of a triangle. Now the third side of the triangle will give you the resultant vector R. Now draw the line which is perpendicular to the axis of A. So now this vector also, if you extend, then these two lines meet at a point. So let this point be D, and this be Q, and this be P, and this is O. And here is the angle theta, and here it is the angle alpha. So what you have done, you have drawn the perpendicular line from point Q to D, and you have extended the line OP such that these two lines meet at a point D. Now from the right angle triangle OQD, in right angle triangle OQD, what you can write? So OQ square is equals to OD square plus DQ square. So we got to know that OQ square is equals to OD square plus DQ square. So from the diagram, OD is what? OP plus PD. So from diagram, OD is OP plus PD whole square plus DQ square. So now this is OQ square. You have a theta here, cos theta. So from this triangle DPQ, you can write from triangle DPQ, you can write cos theta. Cos theta is equals to what? Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse, that is PD by PQ. So this is cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So this is opposite side, this is adjacent side, this is hypotenuse side of a triangle. So cos theta can be written as adjacent by hypotenuse, sin theta can be written as opposite by hypotenuse, and tan theta can be written as opposite by adjacent. So from this we can write PD. PD will be what? PQ cos theta. So PD is PQ cos theta, or this can also be written as PD is equals to mod of vector B cos theta. So here PQ gives you the vector B. So PQ is written as magnitude of B multiplied by cos theta. Now if you consider sin theta will be what? DQ divided by QP. DQ divided by PQ. So from this you can write what? DQ. So dq is equals to pq sine theta. So pq is again what? B sine theta. So you found what is dq and what is pd. Right. Now we know that OQ is vector r and OP is vector a. Clear? So we know OQ as vector r and OP as vector a. So let this be equation number 1 and B cos theta as equation number 2, B sin theta as equation number 3 and this as equation number 4. So now if you substitute 2, 3, 4 in equation 1, so you have what? OQ is R, OP is what? A, PD is B cos theta, DQ is B sin theta. So let me substitute. OQ is R. So since there is a square, I have to write square here. Then OP is there. OP is what? Magnitude of vector A plus next what is there? PD. PD is B cos theta. So whole square. So there is whole square here plus you have dq. dq is what? B square sin square theta. Hope this is clear to you. So we have substituted 2, 3, 4 in equation 1. Then there is a square in equation 1. So we have given square here. So if you rewrite this equation, so this is what? A plus B whole square. So A square plus B square plus 2AB. So mod A whole square plus mod B whole square plus 2AB cos theta. So this you have expanded from this equation. So this is something like A plus B whole square. So I have written A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta plus you have B square sin square theta. You have what? B square sin square theta. So now if you rewrite this equation, what will be? So you have only one term A square and for B you have two terms. So if I take B common, then what will be left? Cos square theta plus sin square theta plus 2AB cos theta. So you have A square, B square. So from this 2 I have taken cos square plus sin square as common and 2AB cos theta. So sin square plus cos square theta, we know that. So we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to what? 1. So if you substitute that here, A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta, and here is R square. So now if you want to write only R, then R will be what? Root over A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this can also be written as R is equals to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So this is the magnitude of resultant vector R. So this is magnitude of So by doing all these things, you found the magnitude of vector r. So you have the magnitude. Now you have to find the direction of r. You found the magnitude of r. Now you have to find the direction of r. So you know that r makes an alpha with the direction vector a. So if you see here, so r is making alpha with the vector a. So this is vector a and this is resultant vector r and this is vector b. So r is making angle alpha with vector a. So if you consider the triangle ODQ, so you have ODQ triangle, then from this triangle you can write tan alpha. Tan alpha will be what? QD divided by DO. QD divided by DO. So we know QD, so this is direct QD. So DO can be written as OP plus PD. And OP is what? OP is A and PD we found that it is B cos theta. And QD also we found that it is B sin theta. So if you substitute all this in tan alpha, then you will get the direction of resultant vector r. So let me write. So tan alpha is equals to what? QD divided by OD. So QD is direct QD and divided by OP plus PD. And this can be written as B sin theta, which is divided by OP is A plus PD is what? B cos theta. So this is what? Tan alpha. So this formula here gives the direction of resultant vector r with respect to A. So this gives the direction of the resultant vector r with respect to vector A. We have found the direction of resultant vector r with respect to A. The direction is easy. So if you know what is QD and OD, and from the last derivation we found what is OP and PD. So this is what the analytical method to determine the resultant vector using triangle law. So what we have done in this derivation, we have taken two vectors, vector A and vector B, and we have kept them as the two sides of a triangle, and the third side of a triangle gave us the resultant vector. So from the point Q, we have drawn a perpendicular line and OP line is extended such that QD and PD meets at a point which is given as D. So this vector B makes an angle theta with the PD line, and this vector R makes an angle alpha with the OP line. So from this basic diagram we have derived what is PD and what is DQ. So with this PD and DQ we found the magnitude of vector R and the direction of vector R. So to do that, what we have done, we have considered the right angle triangle OQD. So from this we have written OQ square is equals to OP plus PD whole square plus DQ square. So again, to get what is PD and what is DQ, we have to consider cos theta and sin theta. Only if you consider cos theta and sin theta, then only you will get PD and DQ. So from the diagram we know what is OP and OQ. So we need not to find these two. So what we have to find is, we have to find PD and DQ terms. So to find them, what we have done, we have considered this triangle. So in this triangle we have taken cos theta and sin theta. So cos theta gave us PD is equals to B cos theta, and sin theta gave us DQ is equals to B sin theta. So from the diagram we know that OQ and OP. So by substituting 2, 3, 4 in equation 1, we get R is equals to root over A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. So from this cos theta and sin theta terms, we found the direction of R. Direction of R found to be tan alpha is equals to B sin theta by A plus B cos theta. So this is the direction, and the last equation that we found, that was the magnitude of resultant vector R. So the next topic is the analytical method to determine the resultant vector using parallelogram law of vectors addition. So in our earlier classes we understood what is parallelogram law of vectors addition. Now we have to use analytical method to determine the resultant vector. So now let us consider the vector P and vector Q, which forms the two sides of a parallelogram. So this is vector P and this is vector Q. So next what you have to do, you have to draw the line which is parallel to P, and you have to draw a line which is parallel to Q. So these 2 points meet at a point, and this line will be again vector Q and this is vector P. So if this is O, this is A, this is B, and this is C. Now if you draw the diagonal to the parallelogram, then that gives the resultant vector R. So this is what we have learned in the parallelogram law of vectors addition. So now what we have to do is, we have to draw a perpendicular line from the point C, and if you extend OA line, then these two meets at a point, let's suppose D. So this forms an angle theta. So this line is not Q, this line is Q. Okay, don't get confused. So this line is Q. So this we have done like the way we have done in the triangle law of vectors addition. So OACB forms parallelogram, and OC is R, or resultant vector. So now what we have done, we have drawn the perpendicular line and we have found the theta. So let us take this angle as theta again. So angle between B and angle between vector Q and angle between vector P is angle theta, and angle between resultant vector R and vector P is alpha. From the diagram it is clear that OC is equals to vector R, OA is equals to P, and AC is equals to Q. So OC is R, OA is P, and AC is Q. So these three are giving the magnitude of R, magnitude of P, and magnitude of O. So, or you can also write this like this. So now again, so like the way we did in the triangle law of vectors addition, you have to take cos theta to find AD and sin theta to find CD. So from triangle ADC, cos theta will be what? Cos theta will be AD divided by AC. Okay, and sin theta will be what? CD divided by AC. So you got sin theta and cos theta. Now we want AD and CD. AD is equals to AC cos theta and CD is equals to AC sine theta. So let us call this as equation. So before this we have to write the equation, that is OC square is equals to OD square plus CD square. So this is equation 1 and this is equation 2 and this is equation 3. So if you rewrite equation 1, so what it is, OC square is equals to, so OD square can be written as what? OA plus AD whole square plus CD square. So this is equation 4. Now you have to substitute equation 2 and 3 in equation 4. So OC square is equals to, OA is what? Vector P. So that is P plus AD is AC cos theta whole square plus CD is AC sine theta. So this is square. So if this is A plus B whole square, expand this. So this will be what? P, AC we know. What is AC? AC is Q cos theta whole square plus AC, again AC is Q square sine square theta. OC is what? OC is R square. So P square plus Q square cos square theta plus 2PQ cos theta plus Q square sine square theta. So R square is equals to, so if you take Q square common from these two terms, Q square is equals to sine square theta plus cos square theta plus 2PQ cos theta. And I have said sine square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. So P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. R will be what? P square Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. So this is the resultant of the vector R. This is the magnitude of the resultant vector R. So this is what? Magnitude of the resultant vector R. So in order to find the direction, you have to take tan alpha. Tan alpha will be what? CD divided by OD. So CD is direct and OD you can write as OA plus AD. So you know AD and you know OA and you have also known CD. So CD is here, AD is here, OA is P. So if you substitute all these in tan alpha, then you will get direction. So tan alpha can be written as what? So tan alpha is equals to CD divided by OD, and CD is CD itself. OD can be written as what? OA plus AD. So from the equation 2 and 3 we know what is CD. It is Q sine theta divided by OA is P plus Q cos theta. So this is tan alpha. So if you want alpha, then it will be tan inverse of Q sine theta divided by P plus Q cos theta. So this equation here gives the direction of resultant vector R. So alpha is equals to tan inverse of q sin theta by p plus q cos theta. Again, there are three cases when theta is equals to 0 degree, and when theta is equals to 90 degree, and when theta is equals to 80 degree. So let us find them. So case 1. So case 1 is for theta is equals to 90. Let us take it as 0 degree first. So from 0 let us go. So if theta is equals to 90 degree, then you know the cos theta. So cos 0 will be what? Cos 0 is 1. So sin 0 is what? Sin 0 is 0. So now if you substitute this in R is what? P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos 0 degree, and this gives you what? P square plus Q square, cos is 1, 2PQ. So this you can write as P plus Q whole square, and this is P plus Q. So that means R is equals to P plus Q. So the resultant vector is equals to sum of individual vectors when the angle between them is 0 degree. So now let us find what is tan alpha. Tan alpha is what? Q sin 0 divided by P plus Q cos 0. Since sin 0 is 0, 0 by P plus Q. So 0 by anything is 0. So that means, so you have alpha is equals to 0. That means the resultant vector points in a direction of given vector. So this is case 1. Now case 2. So you have case 2. So let us take theta is equals to 180 degree. So cos 180 is what? Cos of 180 degree is minus 1, and sin of 180 degree is again minus 1. So if you substitute that here, P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos 180 degree, then you will get what? So this is minus 1. So you get root of P square plus Q square minus 2PQ. So this is root over P minus Q whole square, that gives R is equals to P minus Q. So when the angle between Q and P is 180 degree, then resultant vector is just the difference of individual vectors, that is P minus Q. So now let us find what is tan alpha. Tan alpha is what? Q sin 180 degree divided by P plus Q cos 180 degree. So this gives you what? So the value of sin 80 is 180 is 0. That is not minus 1. So here if you substitute, then it will be 0. Then if you substitute here P plus Q cos 180 is minus 1. So it is minus Q. So 0 by P minus Q, that is equals to 0. That means alpha is equals to 0. Next is case 3. That is theta is equals to 90 degree. So cos 90 degree is what? 0. Sin 90 degree is 1. So R is equals to what? Root over P square plus Q square plus 2QP cos theta. Cos here 90 degree, cos 90 is 0. That means you have P square plus Q square. So R is equals to root over P square plus Q square. Now tan alpha. Q sin 90 degree divided by P plus Q cos 90 degree. So sin 90 is 1, that means q. So p plus cos 90 is 0, so this term goes off. So what remains is p plus 0, that is q by p. So alpha is equals to tan inverse of q by